Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm just doing another NW opening, this time on the first AEW Unrivaled figure that I have ever bought as an individual figure. I obviously have the Cody Rhodes that came with the UK exclusive ring, but that is literally my only AEW figure. Apart from this one, which is an AEW Series 2 Jon Moxley figure. Now, we're very happy to have this guy in the collection. I didn't really think much of him when he first came out. I didn't really like the head scan. As time's gone by, I've kind of realized I actually really like this figure. I like not only the head scan and kind of like how they've managed to capture Moxley's kind of like rough image, etc. But I just kind of like the general vibe of the figure. I think like the whole thing just looks really good. I think it looks really interesting. And I very much like it. I don't know if I had an opportunity to buy it the first time he came out, but as I say, I didn't like the head scan. So I didn't buy it when he was first released, and then in the UK he was not around for very long, so you know, never really had an opportunity to after that. And then all of a sudden this pops up at the in the Entertainer, a lot of them in stock, £20. You know, apparently they've been there for weeks, and I was like, how have these not sold out with the amount of fuss people made for these when they first came out? But yeah, anyway, so there's a couple of reasons for doing this NW opening today. First of all, purely that we need to be seeing some more figures opened. You know, I've been outspoken in the past about how many figures I've got in my room right now, taking up space, that need to be unboxed. And second of all, it's just that I kind of just wanted this guy to be open. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to open this guy. I got this because I'm currently self-isolating for 10 days, so this was just like, this was part of my reinforcements to help me get through that. I kind of just want to open it and hang out with the guy. So yeah, we've got the AEW packaging is very interesting, I think. Very much fits the AEW vibe. I think it looks really, really good. It's a lovely, like, golden foil on it, etc. On the back here, we have the rest of the series. We've got Dustin Rhodes, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, who, I don't know if this was a common thing, but in the UK, he didn't come out for a long time. We've got MJF, Adam Page, and Moxley, with MJF being the chase in this series, and Moxley being the rarer chase. We've got the picture of Mox on the back here from AEW Revolution when he won the title. So, one thing I really like about this figure is that the picture that they've used here, the reference picture, is literally the picture that the figure was built on. Like, the scratch on the top of his head here is literally on the figure. And I find that very, very interesting. Very good attention to detail. So, yeah, let's just get this guy open and go from there. So, I've snipped the sides of the box there, but I don't know if it's like one of those... I don't know if it's like those TNA Legends of the Ring figures and some of the early Elites where you need to like cut right the way up to the top. I actually don't know. As I say, never opened one of these before. Trying not to rip the box, but it's not agreeing with us so good. These tabs just really don't want to come out. There we go. Okay. Yep, it looks like, right, so the plastic is stuck down, so that's annoying as well. It literally is basically the packaging from the TNA Legends of the Ring figures. And the whole box is ripped. Oh dear me, this is going terribly, man. This is... I mean, if you're one of those people that opens figures but wants to hold on to the box, you're shit out of luck with these bad looks of it. Now I'm just gonna rip this clean off and just get him out. That backing card is quite nice as well. The yellowy kind of orange. There's the full picture on the back. The bubble he's in is quite interesting, isn't it? Like, it's quite an interesting kind of clean, angled shape. And now we'll just pop him out and take a look at him. So here we go. Here's the figure. So first of all, initial impressions, as I say. I think, you know, it was people posting this figure on Instagram and stuff that made me realise that I quite like the figure. I quite like the head scan. I quite like the pants and everything. The jacket's really nice. I thought this was just a very interesting figure in the end. So, the head, it looks like the details are okay, but that eye might be a little bit misprinted. I don't really know. Otherwise, it looks pretty good though, to be honest. So we'll take the jacket off and we'll get into these joints. First of all, that elbow is nice and stiff, so that's always a good start. I feel like when I first saw these figures, I was a little bit concerned about the joints. A lot of people, when they got the figures, were just happy with the like articulation and whatnot, but I was kind of concerned that just the way the figure looked, they kind of reminded me a lot of Finishing Move figures. I know they were a long time ago, but I kind of worried about the joint quality of these, but yeah. So let's take a look, right? Plus the Cody Rhodes I got was pretty loose at the waist, wasn't he? So the head is a bit loose. There's no getting around that. That is a bit of a loose head. The ab joint is, you know, that's pretty good actually. Waist, I can't really turn well. He's got the belt on. So let's take the belt off and we'll get into that in a second. Look at that. You can see the little details on his pants there as well, the little gold details. Ooh, the waist is really stiff. That turns far enough, but like, you know, that is really stiff. That shoulder's good, that elbow's good. That's fine. That wrist is good. He's got the little tattoo of a sigh there on his wrist that I didn't know he had. We've got, ooh, that's a nice crunchy. Ooh, crunchy. That's a lovely stiff arm, that one. Yeah, man, this is great. Yeah, these joints are great. Very good joints on this. Get into the legs now. Lovely. Yep. Nice and stiff. That boot, that toe is a little bit loose. The boot itself is okay though. I mean, this is really the important part is this, not this, because you need them to be able to stand up without it, like, you know, this just lowers how easily they stand up. This just, like, you know, barely ever use that. Other leg is pretty good, you know, like that's more or less fine. That toe's a bit loose as well, but I mean, hopefully that's just, you know, how the figures are, and it's not too bad and doesn't handicap him in any way. I love the double jointed elbows on this. It does have a bit of plastic there. Don't think you can really see it. A little bit of plastic there just under his armpit. It's a bit of a shame. And there's actually a ding on the other side as well there on the back. Again, I don't think it's really showing on camera all that well. But yeah, a couple of marks on that elbow. But yeah, all in all, this ain't a bad figure at all. This is quite a nice figure. So I'll just put him back there with his jacket. And we'll take a look at the AEW title. So this is really nice. It's upside down, but it's really nice. There we go. And speaking of upside down, it looks like we don't have any upside down plates. So that's good. Because I know in a lot of them, this plate was just backwards, I think. I think it was like upside down or something. I think it was like this plate, but upside down or something. The AEW was upside down. Yeah, that's quite a nice looking belt. So ultimately, I think this is a really nice figure. I mean, it's got great accessories in the belt and the jacket. I think the head scan is going to be the kind of thing, especially with these, like, at least early AEW figures, where some of them I like love-hate them. Like, one minute I'll look at it and think that looks great, which is what made me like decide that I like this figure and I wanted it. And sometimes I'll look at them and be like, it doesn't look that great though, does it? And like the exact same head, I mean, I'll literally look at it 2 different days and be like, that looks great, or that looks terrible. It's the same thing with the Series 2 Hangman Page and stuff like that, you know. I don't know, I really just and ah on it, so I think I'm going to be like very love-hate with the head scan. But regardless, the figure itself is very interesting. I really like the likeness, as I say, with the scratch on the top of the head, etc. Very good attention to detail and whatnot. The belt doesn't have any of the factory error on it, so that's nice. And we have, you know, he's in really cool attire and everything. So yeah, I think this is a really, really good figure. And I suppose that leads me into talking about where Jon Moxley is going to be used in my figure feds. Well, I don't really know at this stage, to be honest. I just knew that I wanted this figure. He's one of very few figures that I've unboxed without having like a plan for what to use in a fed at all. But I assume he's probably going to cross the boards. He's probably going to turn up in everything. He's almost certainly going to turn up in Trash Fed, you know, with like hardcore deathmatch wrestling. He quite possibly is going to turn up on the hardcore brand in DSW. He's definitely going to be in DSW as part of the Shield. I have a whole big storyline around that. But that will be Ambrose. I don't really know what I'm going to call him at this stage, because I don't really like... I'm not a massive fan of Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose's names. Like, you know, when he is Jon Moxley, I am literally... just gonna call him Mox. I spent so long positioning that belt on him, and then I've just knocked it off. Cry. Yeah, I guess like maybe he'll be Ambrose in the Shield, because that was his name, I guess. But yeah, That's like probably the first thing he's going to do. Like, he might have an appearance in Trash Fed or something like that, but basically his first appearance in DSW is going to be as part of the Shield. The whole storyline for that is planned out. I actually even have like a little Halloween special video I want to do for it, which I'm hoping is going to be quite funny. In the meantime, I do have like a kind of daft idea to do maybe like an IG Fed video of these two. All this just happening to sit on my desk every day, so I didn't actually need to go and get him. But I thought this could be an interesting thing to do. Aldis versus, it would probably be outside of like DSW canon. It'd probably literally be Moxley as the AEW champion against Aldis as the NWA champion. It's just a daft idea I had. I don't know whether I'll do it or not. I definitely don't think I'll do it anytime soon because it is so warm in the UK at the moment. It is far too warm to be filming stuff, so it's very unlikely that I'll come anytime soon unless the weather cools down, which is certainly quite possible. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, I guess like to summarize, I don't really know what Moxley's going to do. He's a good guy to have around, really. I think he will appear in Trash Fed, he will be in DSW, and he'll probably return in DSW, not as part of the Shield as well. But yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens. Okay, so anyway, thank you for watching this NW opening. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.